Consciousness exists upon three distinct planes: simple consciousness, self-consciousness, and cosmic consciousness. Self-consciousness is the state of perception in which the majority of the people exist today. The human mind has risen out of the lowest type of savagery into the stage of reasoning, with the ability to reason from a given point or thought into distinct and, to its limited knowledge, new hypotheses. Unless a religion is unlimited in intellectual scope and can answer to the needs of the intellect and appeal to the logical mind as well as the heart, those who need the food of the intellect to satisfy their deep longings will seek it elsewhere. According to a review of the events in 1956, there are some 258 religious bodies in the United States. The four major denominations are Protestant, Roman Catholic, Jewish, and Eastern Orthodox. Besides the many minor religious divisions or churches, each has its appeal to the minds of those in their various stages of manifestation, and we grant that they are inspiring to such of those as understand only so much. All these religious societies have their places in the scheme of things, and their purpose must be fulfilled, although, as a whole, they leave many blank spaces in man's understanding of himself. Our brothers revealed that there are few religious orders on this planet, Earth, that teach the true teachings of Jesus the Christ and the details of his life. Of those institutes that do, the majority have only incomplete teachings to give. Though our brothers do not acknowledge our many religious divisions, they do not oppose them. They recognize that all men are right within the limitations of their awareness and beliefs, and that our religions are what they are because of our lack of understanding of our Creator and the purpose of life. All present religions, while having many good points, were founded on man's limited interpretation of the will of God. And founded on that interpretation, it cannot be perfect, for no man is perfect. However, the body of ideas and institutions that make up what we mean when we speak of Christianity did not come out of a historical void. In order to understand our present religions, we need to understand the Kabbalah, the most mysterious of all the mystery teachings. It is the essence of all religions and philosophies, with the addition of greater and more far-reaching wisdom. Its very simplicity conceals the vast truth of the source of all things. Anyone who understands the Kabalistic-teachings has the key to all ancient religions, myths, and legends, for it is the complete record of the ancient wisdom. The three greatest books of the Kabbalah, the Bible of ancient antiquity, are the Book of Formation, the Book of Splendor, and the Book of Revelation. The Kabbalah, in its more modern form, was compiled by Moses de Leon about 1305 A.D. from manuscripts and traditions of the secret schools. The mysteries of the original Kabbalah were in existence long before Semitic monotheisms, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, before Hebrew magic, which came forth from Egyptian, Babylonian, Canaanite, and Hellenistic sources. The Kabbalistic teachings existed long before written treatises or any system was embodied in Hebrew books written from the 6th to the 10th century on the Kabbalah. Branches of so-called Kabbalistic work have made up evidence in favor of their theological ideas, and from the most unlikely sources. From these confused systems stemmed these priesthoods, human sacrifice, sorcery, and barbarous medieval campaigns, as well as perversion. Our brothers discreetly advise me, think not too deeply of the book you call the Holy Bible. If you do not understand it, you will be baffled and misled. It will be difficult to realize the truth if you become confused. I'm going to skip down here. Though our Christian Bible is based on the most ancient of Hebrew teachings, it is not infallible. Prior to it, all teachings were secret and hidden in symbolism. Through a historical document of human behaviorism since man first learned to write, the Bible is full of allegory and parables, written in such a manner that one who is not familiar with the Eastern mind cannot understand it. They take the literal meaning and do not see the symbolism entailed. We of the Western world think with the Western mind, and the Bible is a record of sayings and doings of the Eastern mind, which is different and works different. We can also say the Bible is but a key whereby one can unlock the teachings of the mysteries. Only by knowing the Eastern world's symbology and meaning can we arrive at the true meaning of Jesus' teachings. Considering the teachings as given in the churches today, it is surprising that people believe as much as they do, for we have not the whole truth. There is so much eliminated and altered in the Bible. A lot of the most wonderful biblical writings were set aside by the Council of Nicaea as not being necessary for man's salvation. The layman believes in the originality of Christ's doctrine, having no awareness that the doctrine is, in fact, based in large part on sources that have little to do with Judaic tradition, and that they do not even appear in the Bible. Many of the people of the world have accepted illogical teachings because they have always been taught that they must not question the teachings of the Bible. In approaching that great mind we call God, there is no necessity for using anything but that God-given power called reason. In thinking that the universe revolves around ourselves, few of us realize that during the time of Jesus the Christ, the multitudes who had neither eyes to see nor ears to hear were in exactly the same state as the people today. Jesus could not give but a part of his great teachings because of the lack of understanding of the great mass of people at that time. He tried to give the mystery teachings to them, but they would not accept them. They were not ready to be given the inner mysteries or essence of truth about their relationship to God. Jesus the Christ and his immediate followers were unquestionably versed in the Kabalistic-teachings, which he taught in two manners, one to the great multitudes and another to the select few who formed the apostles and disciples. We know he said to the disciple Matthew, "Unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given, because seeing they see not, for their eye is closed and their ear is deaf, and they cannot understand." However, the teachings of Jesus remained pure and unprofaned up to the time of the reign of Constantine the Great. Henceforth, they became desecrated and perverted by the race consciousness of that era, which sought darkness rather than the light. There were those whose concepts distorted the true teachings, that the race of people might be kept in place through fear. The people today are still being given the same half-truths that were given then. For this reason, it is difficult to give the mysteries to the great mass of people today, for they want things to make them feel good, and to be told only what they want to hear, and that which pleases them. So few there are who know about their own religions, its origin, its fundamental principles, its history, or the symbolisms involved. The trouble is there are doctrinal differences among the churches, and our modern Christian religions are for the most part bigoted and confusing, too often incomplete and fanatical, and therefore have resulted in people discarding the faith of the past and substituting it with doubt. If we listen to the inner self, we will be astonished to find that for a long time truth has been knocking at the door of our consciousness, and that the fault has been our comprehension. Rather than to demolish the entire fabric of our present religious beliefs, we need to teach a deeper comprehension of the spiritual truths embedded therein, and to build on these. Knowledge that has brought us to our present understanding need not be cast aside, neither should we limit ourselves from getting a better understanding by assuming we cannot learn more, or that we have all the truth, and that there is no more to add and nothing to take away. To gain a realization of happiness or heaven does not mean we have prepared ourselves for a life of inactivity. Each day we should make real and be conscious of the happiness we believed hitherto we must die to attain. We cannot shirk responsibility.